Nouns from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Nouns. Gender. Section 11. Every noun has one of three genders, which are most easily remembered by learning each noun with the definite article the. Masculine se, neuter that, feminine seo. The gender is partly natural, partly grammatical. By the natural gender, names of male beings, such as se fader, the father, se brothor, the brother, are masculine. Those of female beings, such as seu modor, the mother, seu dochtor, the daughter, are feminine. And those of young creatures, such as that killed, the child, are neuter. But that weef, the woman, wife, is also neuter. Section 12. By grammatical gender, names of things are not only neuter, that hus, the house, that are, the eye, but also masculine and feminine. Se staan, se fot, the foot, seu hand, seu dad. Note that all nouns ending in a are masculine. Se lytla knappa, se nama, the name, se mona, the moon. Section 13. Compound nouns follow the gender of their last element, as in se goldsmith, the goldsmith, formed from that gold, the gold, and se smith, the smith. Se weefman, woman, from that weef, and se man. Number. Section 14. The definite article has in the plural tha for all genders. Nouns have a variety of endings in the plural, which depend partly on their gender. Nouns in a, which are all masculine, take an in the plural. Tha naman. Tha lytlan knappan. All feminine nouns in e, together with that ere, have the same plural ending. Twa kirikyan, twa eran. Nouns that take an in the plural are called weak. All other nouns are called strong. Section 15. The commonest plural ending of strong masculine nouns is as. Thus, se kuning, se ende have plurals kuningas, endas. Se dai has plural dagas, with vowel change. Section 16. Most strong neuters take u in the plural, or else remain unchanged. Thus, that skip, ship, that rike, kingdom, rule, sovereignty, that weapon, weapon, have plurals tha skipu, tha riku, tha wapnu, while that folk, nation, that hus, that weave, have plurals tha folk, tha hus, tha weave. Section 17. Most strong feminines take a in the plural. Thus, seu dad, seu hand, seu caster, city, have plurals tha dada, tha handa, tha castra. Section 18. Some plurals are formed by vowel change. Se man, tha men. Se fot, tha fate. Seu bok, the book, tha bake. Seu burg, fortress, city, tha buri. There are also other irregular plurals. Case. Section 19. All the nouns hitherto given in this chapter are in the nominative case. We have seen that weak masculine nouns have in the nominative singular the ending a, se mona. Weak feminines and neuters the ending e, seu kirike, that are. Nouns ending in u and o are always strong, such as se sunu, seu duru, plurals tha suna, tha dura, seu ildo, age, old age. Compare ald, old. Seu menio, multitude, crowd. Compare mani, many. Note that these feminines in o are generally indeclinable, as in the plural tha menio. The following are pronouns in the nominative: ich, I, thu, he, hit, it, hel, she, plurals we, we, ye, ye, he. Further examples: ich am her, I am here. Hel is min moder. Hit is lytel hus. Ye weef. Section 20. The subject of a sentence and words agreeing with it are put in the nominative. Ich am das Königes hunter. I am the king's hunter. Nouns have three other cases: the accusative, dative, and genitive, included under the common name oblique. Section 21. The accusative of the definite article is masculine thone, feminine tha, the neuter that and the plural, all genders, tha, being the same as the nominative. Note that in all words, the accusative is the same as the nominative in the neuter singular, that are, and in the plural, tha kuningas. Section 22. The accusative is the direct object case, serving to show that a noun word completes the meaning of a transitive verb. Section 23. Weak masculine and feminine nouns have accusative singulars in an, the same as the plural nominative. Ich je hirde thone naman. We je sawon tha sunnan, and thone monan. Section 24. Strong masculine as well as neuter nouns have the accusative the same as the nominative in the singular as well as the plural. He grete thone kuning. Section 25. Some strong feminines have the accusative singular the same as the nominative, while others take e. Ich jesach tha undad. He jesawon tha chastre ferran. Section 26. The accusatives of the pronouns given above are me, me, the, thee, hine, him, hit, the same as the nominative, it, he, her, plurals us, us, eu, you, he, them. Observe that the modern English forms him, her, them are historically datives, not accusatives. Compare further hine with thone, he, her, with tha chastre. The following are further examples. Kannst du thysne kraft? Ich kann hine. Je siehst du tha chastre? Ich he jeseo. Section 27. The accusative is further used to express extent of space and duration of time. Ich elnawe jero. He wonodon thar lange tid. Section 28. Hence, some prepositions which express extent or motion govern the accusative, such as yeond, throughout, around, about. Yeond tha helde. Seo sunne irnth tha erdan. Section 29. The dative of se, that, and the plural tha is tham. Similarly, the dative of he, hit, and the plural he is him, it, them. Compare modern English to him, to them. Note also that the dative plural ending of nearly all nouns is The dative of seo is thare. Similarly, the dative of hel is hire. Compare modern English to her. The pronouns ich, thu, plurals we, ye, have the dative the same as the accusative. Me, to me, the, to thee, us, to us, eu, to you. Section 30. The dative is the indirect object case, and often corresponds to the modern English to in give it to him, similar to Sele me havok. What skjal ik finum je brothrum sellan. Sele him horse. Section 31. Weak nouns have dative singular in an. God selde tham monan leocht. Section 32. Most strong nouns have a in the dative singular. Slap bithdave ye kost. He answaro de hire thus. Se answaro ye de thare quene. He sind tham kuninge ye trewe. Section 33. The dative is used not only with verbs of giving to, speaking to, and with words expressing nearness to, likeness to, being agreeable to, faithful to, and so on, but also with many other words expressing benefiting and injuring, affecting and influencing in various ways. Elum mannum nyt. He him on bestal. He cherf him that havod off. Fiskeras breidath him net. For the instrumental dative, see section 52. Section 34. Many prepositions govern the dative, such as after, be, by, along, concerning, for, because of, mid, with, to, after his daje, he elde bethare strate, wakian for thelvum, se kuning sat mid his eldormannum, he quath to tham kuninge. Section 35. Some prepositions govern both the dative and accusative, such as on, in, on, over, under, under. When motion or extension is implied, they generally take the accusative. Se mangere a star on his skip, tha bermas hangiath over thone mere. With the dative, they generally express rest. Se fiskere is ute on thare sa on anum bate. Section 36. The genitive corresponds sometimes to apostrophe s, man's, sometimes to of the man. Section 37. The genitive of se and that is thas. Similarly, the genitive of he and it is his. The genitive of seo is thare, the same as the dative. Similarly, the genitive of heo, she, is hire. The genitive of the plural tha is thara. Similarly, the genitive of he, they, is hira. The pronouns ich, thu, plural we, ye, have genitives mean, of me, thin, of thee, ure, of us, eoer, of you. The genitives of pronouns are used also as possessives. He sind hira laverde ye trewe. The following are examples of their use as genitives. Eoer nan. He afslog hira thriti. Section 38. Weak nouns have genitive singular an, the same as the other oblique cases, and genitive plural ena. Thas monon leocht an thara sterrena. Thare sunnan hate. Section 39. Strong masculine and neuter nouns have genitive singular in is, plural in a. Thas kuninges hel. That hus is elra husa betst. Section 40. Strong feminines have genitive singular e, the same as the dative, and generally genitive plural a. Thare helle duru. Alra dada marost. Section 41. The genitive is used instead of the accusative with verbs expressing thinking of, being mindful of, remembering, and other mental states and various emotions. He je munde thara worden the he sprak. Uvele svenan. He thynodon das je berstkipes. Section 42. Also with some verbs of having possession or enjoyment of, striving for. Sverdes on phone, mettes brukan, tha find his echton. Section 43. Some of these verbs govern a genitive of the thing and an accusative of the person, especially those which express asking. He hine frides badon. Section 44. Some of them have a dative of the person, especially those expressing granting or denying. He him frides yetidode. he thankore hire thas. Section 45. The following table will show the chief noun inflections. Singular nominative, se dai. Singular accusative, thone dai. Singular dative, tham daie. Singular genitive, thas daies. Plural nominative, tha dagas. Plural dative, tham darum. Plural genitive, thara daga. Singular nominative, that whose, that skip. Singular accusative, that whose. Singular dative, tham whose. Singular genitive, thas whoses. Plural nominative, tha whose, tha skipu. Plural dative, tham whosum. Plural genitive, thara whosa. Singular nominative, seu caster, seu dad. Singular accusative, tha castre, tha dad. Singular dative, thare castre. Singular genitive, thare castre. Plural nominative, tha castra. Plural dative, tham castrum. Plural genitive, thara castra. Singular nominative, se vita. Singular accusative, thone vitan. Singular dative, tham vitan. Singular genitive, thas vitan. Plural nominative, tha vitan. Plural dative, tham vitum. Plural genitive, thara vitana. Singular nominative, that are. Singular accusative, that are. Singular dative, tham aran. Singular genitive, thas aran. Plural nominative, tha aran. Plural dative, tham arum. Plural genitive, thara arena. Singular nominative, seu kirike. Singular accusative, tha kirikan. Singular dative, thare kirikan. Singular genitive, thare kirikan. Plural nominative, tha kirikan. Plural dative, tham kiricum. Plural genitive, thara kirikena. Section 46. Nouns ending in a long vowel or diphthong contract their inflections. Thus, seu sa has sa in the oblique cases of the singular. Thare sa strand. So also, seu a, river, has dative plural alm. The weak noun yetha, joy, has yethan in the oblique singular cases. Mid yethan. Section 47. The body of the word undergoes various changes in inflection. Thus, seferch, life, has genitive theores. In such a word as thatferch, money, these changes necessarily result in contraction of the inflection. Genitive thasfeos. Dative tham theo. He me thasfeos yetidode. End of Nouns from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Read by Rachel Klippenstein.
Verbs from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Recorded for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 2. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Verbs. 64. The infinitive of verbs ends in an, which, like other inflections, is shortened to after a vowel, as in gone, to go, compared with kuman, to come. Ich je sa tha shipu to lande kuman, whither wilt thou gone? 65. From the infinitive is formed the supine to kumanne, to ganne, in which the infinitive is put into the dative after the preposition to. It is used to express necessity and purpose, and to define. Tha thing they to donne sint, he kom on that land to shall we anne. Fire on to lokianne. 66. The present participle ends in inde, nde, as in irnende, donde, doing, on horsum ridende. When present participles are made into nouns, they drop the final e, as in se found, enemy, literally, hating. 67. The preterite participle generally takes the prefix ye, unless the verb already has some such prefix. It is formed in two ways. In strong verbs, it ends in n. Thus, the strong verbs kuman, bekuman, come, gone, have preterite participles kumin, bekumin, ye gone. Compare modern English, go, gone. In weak verbs, it ends in d or t. Thus, the weak verb yehiran has preterite participle yehired. 68. The finite verb has three moods, indicative, subjunctive, and imperative, of which we are at present concerned only with the first, and two senses, present and preterite, together with two numbers, singular and plural, and three persons. 69. In the present indicative, the first person ends in e. Ich kume, ich yehere, ich go. The second in st. Thu yeherst, thou hearest. And the third in th. He yeherth, he heareth. The plural ends in ath. We yeheroth, ye kumoth, he goth. 70. The th of the third singular is changed to t, or lost after some consonants, as in he forget, from forgetan, forget. After some consonants, it modifies the preceding consonant, and is sometimes dropped itself, as in he went, from wendan, turn or go. He fate, from fedan, feed. He set, from setan, set. The st of the second person often causes similar changes in preceding consonants, as in thu fetst, thou feedest. 71. Double consonants are always simplified before st and th. J being made into y, as in he yefulth, from yefulan, fill. Thu sayst, from sejan, say. 72. In the preterite, the first and third person are always the same. Ich yeherde, he yeherde. And the plural ends in on in all three persons. We yeherdon, he yeherdon. Strong verbs. 73. Strong verbs, in addition to the above described consonant changes, often modify their vowels before st and th, as in what eatst thou? He eat, from etan, eat. He kumth from kuman. He gath from gone. 74. The preterite of strong verbs is formed not by adding anything, but by various vowel changes. Each kume, I come. Each kom, I came. Each binde, I bind. Each band, I bound. Each quethe, each quath. Each arise, I arise. Each aras, I arose. Each bebailde, I command. Each bebowed. 75. The preterite plural sometimes has the same vowel as the singular. He kom, he komon. He hailed, he haildon, from haldon. But generally, the plural has a different vowel. He band, he bundon. He aras, he arison. He bebowed, he bebudon. Sometimes there is a consonant change as well. He quath, he quadon. He raus, he ruron. From Chreosan, fall. 76. The second person singular of the preterite always has the same vowel and consonant as the preterite plural, from which it can be formed by changing on into e. He was, he was. He waron, they were. Thu ware, thou wert. So also, he sprak, thu sprake, he sprakon, from sprekan. 77. The following are the inflections of the very frequent strong verb werthan, become, including the subjunctive. Indicative. Present, singular, first person. Each werde. Second person. Thu werst. Third person. He werth. Plural. He werthath. Preterite, singular, first person. Each warth. Second person. Thu wurde. Third person. He warth. Plural. He wurdon. Subjunctive. Present, singular, first person. That each werde. Second person. That thu werde. Third person. That he werde. Plural. That he werden. Preterite, singular, first person. That each wurde. Second person. That thu wurde. Third person. That he wurde. Plural. That he worden. The preterite participle is geworden. Weak verbs. 78. In weak verbs, the second person singular of the preterite is formed by adding st, as in, je heerdest thu. 79. Some weak verbs have infinitive an, some eon. The latter are inflected in two different ways. Present, singular, first person. Each ferie, carry. Second person. Tu ferist. Third person. He ferith. Plural. He feriath. Preterite, singular, first person. Each feride. Second person. Tu feridist. Third person. He feride. Plural. he feridon. Participle, present. Ferinde. Preterite. Ye ferid. Infinitive. Ferian. Gerund. To ferianne. Present, singular. First person. Each wunye. Dwell. Second person. Thu wunast. Third person. He wunath. Plural. He wunyath. Preterite, singular. First person. Each wunode. Second person. Thu wunodest. Third person. He wunode. Plural. He wunyath. Preterite, singular. First person. Each wunode. Second person. Thu wunodest. Third person. He wunode. Plural. He wunodon. Participle, present. Wuninde. Preterite. Ye wunod. Infinitive. Wunyan. Gerund. To wunyanne. 80. Those with infinitive an are inflected thus. Present. Singular. First person. Each yehere. Second person. Thu yeherst. Third person. He yeherth. Plural. He yeherath. Participle. Yeherende. Preterite. Singular. First person. Each yeherde. Second person. Thu yeherdest. Third person. He yeherde. Plural. He yeherdon. Participle. Yehered. 81. Some weak verbs omit the e in the preterite participle, as in ye lad, from ladon, lead, bring, or carry, the d in itself being lost in such participles as send, from sendan, send. 82. After some consonants, the d of the preterite is changed to te, generally with loss or change of the preceding consonant, as in sette, from settan, set. Tachte, from tachon, show. The preterite participle has the same changes. Ye sit, ye tacht. 83. Some of these verbs have vowel change in the preterite and preterite participle, as in saide, from sejan, salde, from sellan, workte, from wirkan, work or make or do, sochte, from sechan, seek, thochte, from thinchan, think. Preterite participles: ye sighed, ye soughed, ye worked, ye socht, ye thocht. Preterite present verbs. 84. These have for their presence old strong preterites, from which new weak preterites are formed, generally with considerable irregularities. Thus, what, I know, or he knows, has plural we witon, like aras, arison. Preterite wiste, plural wiston, the infinitive being witan. The second person singular present generally ends in t or st. Tu wast. thu kanst, thou knowest, from kan, knows, plural, he kunnon, preterite, he kudi. Most of them have no infinitive, and they are often otherwise defective. Subjunctive. 85. The subjunctive mood makes no distinction of persons. In the present singular, it has the ending of the first person of the indicative, which is, of course, dropped after a vowel. That ich komme, that I may come. That thu ga, indicative, thu gast. That he ye here. The plural ending in the present is in. That we kumin. That we gone. The subjunctive present of the verb be is se, plural, sin. '86. The preterite subjunctive is formed from the preterite indicative in the same way. That ich ye heerde. That thu ye heerde. Indicative, ye heerdest. That he ye heerde. That way ye heerdin. In strong verbs, the preterite subjunctive has the form of the second person of the indicative. That ich ware. That thu ware. That he ware. Plural, that we waren. So also, bindan has subjunctive preterite bunde, plural, bundin. In the preterite present verbs, the subjunctive present has the form of a strong subjunctive preterite. That ich wite. That we witen. That he kunne. 87. The subjunctive states something not as a fact, but merely as something thought of. 88. In independent sentences, it expresses what is wished or commanded. Je halde eo se almichtiga. Otherwise, it is used chiefly in dependent sentences. 89. Thus it is used in indirect narration to show that the speaker is stating something merely as an idea suggested to him by someone else. He kwadon that he ware god kuning. If the truth of the statement is so self-evident that it could be expressed by direct narration without any change of meaning, then the indicative may be used, as in Nu we wiloth sejon that we fuse sint urne erd to sechanne, which means exactly the same as Nu we sint fuse, so that the subjunctive would here be too emphatic. That we fuse sin would imply that the speakers wished to say that their statement was false. 90. So also in indirect question and similar constructions. He ashode, what he waren, he nemichton a thenchan, hu he hira feondum withstandan michten. 91. In the following examples, the subjunctive evidently expresses something as an idea, not as an accomplished fact. He bad hine that he him to futume come. Tha men belivon thar bafton that he that sheep hailding. Kuninge I davenoth that he se kusti. He ude him that he mostin in kuman. Michel pleo be that man while ye fall. In swa welch swa thu se bega thine kraft. The subjunctive gives the meaning of indefiniteness, implying, I do not know who you are. 92. In some cases, the subjunctive implies that the statement is not merely hypothetical, but unreal or impossible, as in hypothetical comparison. Thus, he rich sode swelche he kuning ware implies, he nas na kuning. 93. So also in clauses of rejected condition, where the unreality is further shown by putting the verb in the preterite, as in If thu swa unfurcht ware, swa thu self seest. Which implies, Naurt thu swa unfurcht, swa thu self seest. 94. Hence, the indicative is often used in clauses of open condition to show that the condition is not rejected, although we should otherwise expect the subjunctive. Ich the selle havok, yif thu me selstund. 95. There is a tendency to use the subjunctive in clauses dependent on a negative sentence, as in Neom ich swa spady, that ich maya me ween bujan. Because the statement ich may me ween bujan is false. Without the negation, the indicative would be used. Ich eom swa spady, that ich may me ween bujan. So also after then, as in Thu spricht deobligur thonne ure ildo, aberon maie. Because the statement ure ildo hit aberan mai is false. 96. The subjunctive sometimes used illogically in statements of facts. 97. It is so used after such conjunctions as ad, before, of that, until. Beowulf sprak Yilpword he on bed stige. Here, Beowulf's going to bed, though a fact, is expressed with subjunctive, because at the time indicated by the principal clause, it was not yet an accomplished fact. 98. Also with thou, the, although the hit wunderlich thynche, nicht nichts nonthing, butan thare earthan shaudo. Here, the statement of the fact that it seems wonderful is put in the subjunctive to show that what is referred to ought not to seem wonderful because it is true. Imperative. 99. The imperative singular of verbs with infinitive on can generally be formed by throwing off the infinitive ending, as in held, siege, bail, from held on, hold, sechan, seek, bayon, be. In those with infinitive ion, it can be formed by throwing off the th of the third singular, as in feri, carry, from ferion, ke ferith. Ne sorgathu, do not grieve, from sorgian, he sorgath. 100. But several verbs in an, preceded by double consonants, have imperative in e, preceded by a single consonant, as in sele, from sellon, seye, from sejan. So also some otherwise strong verbs, such as sitan, sit, preterite sat, imperative site. 101. The imperative plural is the same as the indicative present. Haldoth, baeoth, ferioth, wunioth, selloth. Anomalous verbs. 102. The following are the forms of the verb to be. Indicative. Present singular first person. Eom. Bail. Second person. Out. Beast. Third person. Is. Beeth. Plural. Sint. Baoth. Preterite singular first person. Was. Second person. Ware. Third person. Was. Plural. Waddle. Subjunctive. Present singular first person. Se. Bail. Second person. Se. Bail. Third person. Se. Bail. Plural. Sin. Bailn. Preterite, singular. First person. Waddy. Second person. Waddy. Third person. Waddy. Plural. Wadding. Imperative. Wis. Wisoth. Bail. Bailth. Infinitive. Wazon. Bailn. 103. The following are the chief forms of don, do, and gone, go, both of which have weak preterites. Indicative, present singular. Each do. He deeth, plural. Doth. Preterite, dude. Subjunctive, present, singular. Do, plural. Don. Preterite, dude. Imperative, do, doth. Participle, donde. Ye don. Indicative, present, singular. Each gaw. He gath. Plural. Goth. Preterite. Aildi. Subjunctive, present, singular. Gaw. Plural. Gone. Preterite. Aildi. Imperative. Gaw. Goth. Participle. Gonde. Ye gone. 104. The weak verb haban, have, shows some irregularities. Indicative, present, singular. Each habbe. Thu havst. He havth. Plural. Habbath. Preterite. Havde. Subjunctive, present. Habbe. Preterite. Havde. Imperative. Hava. Habbath. 105. The verb willan, will, resembles the preterite present verbs and shows a mixture of subjunctive forms in the present indicative. Indicative. Present, singular. First person. Ich wille. Second person. Thu wilt. Third person. He wille. Plural. Wiloth. Preterite. Wulde. Subjunctive. Present, singular. First person. Wille. Second person. Wille. Third person. Wille. Plural. Wilden. Preterite. Wulde. Tenses and periphrastic forms. 106. The future is often expressed by the present, as in ich eowizie, I will show you the way, sometimes by will and shall, as in modern English. Of the two verbs to be, beon is often used to express futurity, as in ich beo soma yauro, compared with ich eo miauro, or else continuity or repetition, as in slap beth thou the yeligost. 107. The preterite has also the meaning of our perfect and pluperfect, which are, however, also expressed by periphrastic forms, as in modern English. He habbath hine of slayen. They have killed him. He havdon hine of slayen. They had killed him. With intransitive verbs, these tenses are generally formed with be, and the participle is then inflected so as to agree with the subject. We sint kumine. He waron kumine. 108. The passive is sometimes formed with be, as in modern English, in which case it generally implies a condition or state rather than an action, as in Tha wyrchtan waron yesamnode. When an action is implied, wirthan is used. Seawut na wirth, navre yehalid. Michel dim werth yedon. Mania min wordon of slayene from tham samanum. In the passive, the participle agrees in gender and number with the subject. Negation. 109. The negative particle is ne, which drops its vowel in many combinations, such as non, none, navre, neum, am not, naurt, art not, nis, is not, often with contractions and changes, as in he nas, was not, he naron, were not, ich nulle, I will not, he nolde, would not, he nuste, knew not, compared with was, waron, wile, wolde, wiste. 110. Ne is prefixed to the finite verb in a sentence and to all the other words in the sentence which admit of the contracted forms. Non man nuste non thing. Seo wont ne werth navre yehaled. If there are no such words in the sentence, the ne is often strengthened by some such negative word as no, not, nacht, nothing, not. That hoose ne fail no. End of Verbs from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Adjectives, Pronouns, and Numerals from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 2. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Adjectives. 48. Adjectives have two kinds of inflection, strong and weak. The weak inflections of adjectives are the same as those of weak nouns, except in the genitive plural, which has the strong adjective form. Adjectives take weak inflections when preceded by the definite article or other defining words such as this, singular, nominative, se goda vita, accusative, thone godan vitan, dative, tham godan vitan, genitive, thas godan vitan, singular, nominative, that gode weef, accusative, that gode weef, dative, tham godan weave, genitive, thas godan weavis, singular, nominative, seo gode dad, accusative, tha godan dad, dative, thade godan dade, genitive, thade godan dade, plural, nominative, tha godan vitan, dative, tham godum vitum, genitive, thara godar vitena, plural, nominative, tha godan weef,
Dative. Tham godam weevum. Genitive. Thora godra weeva. Plural. Nominative. Tha godam dada. Dative. Tham godum dadum. Genitive. Thara godra dada. 49. Otherwise, adjectives have strong inflections, resembling partly those of strong nouns, but more generally those of the personal pronouns. Singular. Nominative. Godkraft. Accusative. Godnikraft. Dative. Godumkrafti. Genitive. Godiskraftis. Singular. Nominative. Godchild. Accusative. Godchild. Dative. Godumchilde. Genitive. Godischildes. Singular. Nominative. God queen. Accusative. Godi queenie. Dative. Godri queenie. Genitive. Godri queenie. Plural. Nominative. Godi kraftas. Dative. Godum kraftum. Genitive. Godra krafta. Plural. Nominative. Godchild. Dative. Godum childum. Genitive. Godra childa. Plural. Nominative. Godiquina. Dative. Godum quenum. Genitive. Godra quena. 50. Some take u in the feminine singular nominative and neuter plural. Singular. Nominative. Sumkraft. Accusative. Sumnekraft. Singular. Nominative. Sumchild. Accusative. Sumchild. Singular. Nominative. Sumuqueen. Accusative. Sumiqueeni. Plural. Nominative. Sumekraftas. Plural. Nominative. Sumuchild. Plural. Nominative. Sumiquena. 51. The following are examples of the strong inflections of adjectives. Tiond alni middanjard. He haft Michel mod. He wonelde thar lange tid. Godum kuninge jedavena that he se kusti. On andre deeldre stowe. Me is gode swapnes darf. Threo punt godre buteran. Se junta haft swifte hundas. Al tha shipu waron niu. Alum manum guth. Alra witena yemol. 52. Strong adjectives have an instrumental case, but only in the masculine and neuter singular. It has the same form as the dative of nouns, that is, e. In the feminine and plural, the dative, instrumental dative, is used instead, the dative being used instrumentally instead of in the masculine and neuter singular also. The instrumental and instrumental dative are used to express the instrument and manner of an action, and time when. Sprek mildum wordum. Tha munukas gath to chirichan alchedai. The instrumental is often used with the preposition mid. Mid michle nide. Comparison. 53. The comparative is formed by adding ra, and always has weak inflection. Thus, from leof, dear or beloved, pleasant, is formed the comparative masculine leovra, more dear. Neuter and feminine leovre, plural leovran. That is me leovre. 54. The superlative is formed by adding ost, and is inflected strong or weak in the same way as the positive. He is me alra manna leovost. Se leovosta man. 55. Some adjectives have vowel change in comparison, in which case the superlative ends in ist, as in ald, old, ildra, ildist, long, lengra, lengest. Numerals. 56. The first two are inflected thus. Nominative, masculine, dweyen. Neuter, dwa. Feminine, dwa. Nominative, masculine, thre. Neuter, threo. Feminine, threo. Dative, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Dwam. Dative, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Thrim. Genitive, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Dwera. Genitive, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Threora. Examples. Dweyen men. Dwa hus. Dwa honda. Mit twam hondum. Three men. Three pund. Threora suna fader. 57. The others, up to 20, are not inflected. The ty numerals are sometimes uninflected, sometimes inflected like adjectives. Tritira manna mayen. When uninflected, the ty numerals are regarded as nouns and govern the genitive not only in a partitive sense, as in he of slog hira thriti, but in other constructions. Se kuning held that riche 50 wintra. That hund, 100, and that thousand, are nouns. Thousand kenra kempina. Pronouns. 58. The following are the inflections of the personal pronouns. Singular, nominative. Each. I. Accusative. Me. Dative. Me. Genitive. Mean. Singular, nominative. Thu. Thou. Accusative. The. Dative. The. Genitive. thin. Dual, nominative. We too. Accusative, unk. Dative, unk. Genitive, unker. Dual, nominative. Cheat, ye too. Accusative, ink. Dative, ink. Genitive, inker. Plural, nominative. We three. Accusative, us. Dative, us. Genitive, ure. Plural, nominative. Je, ye three. Accusative, eo. Dative, eo. Genitive, eoer. Examples of the dual. Se loreo quath to tham twam je brothrum. Fat wilegit that inchink do. Tho tweien je brothru answaradon, wit willath that thu unclare. 59. In addition to the pronouns of the third person, the definite article is used also in the sense of this one, he or she, etc. Se becoming se. Singular, nominative, masculine. He or se. Accusative, hine or thone. Dative, him or tham. Genitive, his or thas. Singular, nominative, neuter. Heat or that. Accusative, heat or that. Dative, him or tham. Genitive, his or thas. Singular, nominative, feminine. Heo or seo. Accusative, he or tha. Dative, hide or thade. Genitive, hide or thade. Plural, nominative, masculine, neuter, and feminine. He or tha. Dative, him or tham. Genitive, hira or thara. Examples of se. On kuning was on denum, se was harten hrothkar. Ich ashode hine betham. The se in the first example may be translated who. 60. The possessive pronouns mean, thin, unker, inker, ure, eoer, which are the genitives of the personal pronouns, are inflected as strong adjectives. Mid minum handum. We sint urum hlavorde jetreve. On eovere chastre. The genitives of the third person, his, hire, hira, are used as indeclinable possessives, as in he sint on hira agnum huse, compared with we sint on urum agnum huse. 61. The interrogative pronoun hua, who, has inflections similar to those of se. Nominative, masculine, hua. Accusative, hone. Nominative, neuter, what. Accusative, what. Nominative, feminine, hua. Accusative, hone. Accusative, hone. Dative, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Wham. Genitive, whas. 62. The demonstrative this also has inflections resembling those of se. Singular, nominative, masculine. Thes. Accusative, thesne. Dative, thesum. Genitive, thesis. Singular, nominative, neuter. Thes. Accusative, thes. Dative, thesum. Genitive, thesis. Singular, nominative, feminine. Theos. Accusative, thos. Dative, these. Genitive, these. Plural, nominative, masculine, neuter, and feminine. Thos. Dative, thesum. Genitive, thesa. Examples. This alda man, van on komen je hider on this land. Theos earthe is sweete broad. Seo sunne inth thas earthan. On nist seo sunne is under thisse earthan. Al thasting. 63. The relative pronoun is the indeclinable the. Tha thing the ich dude. It is often combined with se to form the inflected relative seethe. Hu mai se beon yesali seethe on tham yesalthum surhunyan nemo. End of Adjectives, Numerals, and Pronouns from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Recording by J.R. Omahen.
Pronunciation from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Pronunciation. 1. When the stress or accent falls on the first syllable of a word of more than one syllable, it is not marked. Thus, answaru, answer, has the stress on the same syllable as in modern English. If the stress falls on any other than the first syllable, it is marked by a dot preceding the letter on which the stress begins. Thus, besettan has the same stress as besetting, but we omit the dot after the prefixes be and ye, as they never take the stress. Besettan, yehieran. Vowels. 2. The vowels are either short or long. The short vowels are left unmarked. The long vowels are marked with a macron. Thus a has the sound of the first vowel in aha, and a macron has the sound of the second, on man, one man, twa handa, two hands. Ae has the sound of the English vowel in at. Ae macron having, of course, the same sound long. At home, at home. Maradada, famous deeds. E has the sound of close French e. Felemanna, many men. Dweyen feet, 2 feet.
sdi, as in men. Dweyen men, two men. I close, as in French fini. Fi fingras, five fingers. IE has the open sound of I in it. Hier waren irnende. They were running. O close, as in French bo. Godes woord, God's word. God wien, good wine. U close, as in French su. Min sunu, my son. Trois hus, two houses. Y, as in French lu. Se koning, the king. Little hus, a little house. Observe that the indefinite article is generally omitted. 3. There are also diphthongs, which have the stress on the first element. ea, ae in at, followed by the a in man. Herdstone, a hard stone. Herwal, a high wall. EO is pronounced as written, with two close vowels. Feoerswerd, four swords. Consonants. 4. Double consonants must be pronounced really double or long. Thus, whilst N in sunu is pronounced as in money, the NN in seo sunne, the sun, is pronounced as in penknife. 5. C has the sound of K. Kenekempa, a brave warrior. Lütel knappa, a little boy. C dot is a K formed in that part of the mouth where we form the Y in U. Seo chiriche, the church. Stuche malum, piecemeal, bit by bit. 6. G at the beginning of words and in the combination ng is pronounced as in go. That grene gars, the green grass. That lang ship, the warship or longship. Otherwise, that is, after vowels and L or R, it has the sound of German G in sagen. 2 dagas, 2 days. Michelburg, a great city. Se Halga, the saint or the holy one. G dot in the combination ng dot has a sound analogous to that of C dot, something like the G in gem. Menjan, mingle or mix. Also in CG, which is pronounced as if written G dot, wapnes edge, the edge of a weapon. Also at the beginning of words and syllables, as in Djond mitanjard, throughout the world, except that in unaccented syllables it had the sound of RY, as in Yehiran, to hear. Otherwise, that is, after all vowels and all consonants except N, it had the sound of RY in U. Holy angels, holy angels. Avieried stutka, an accursed sprite or demon. 7. H at the beginning of a syllable has the same sound as now. He hath hund, he has a dog. Otherwise, it has the sound of German ch. Now, near. Seosulch, the plow. Bercht, bright. HW, as in what, has the sound of our WH. HL, HN, and HR differ from L, N, and R respectively in the same way as HW differ from W. HL having the sound of Welsh double L. Se Slavord, the Lord. Snitan, to collide. Hradlice, quickly. 8. Thorn may be pronounced as the breath th in thin at the beginning and end of words, and after breath consonants such as c or p. Så thu sayest, you speak the truth. He slapth, he sleeps. Otherwise, that is, when followed by a vowel and preceded by a vowel or a voice consonant, such as r, it had the voice sound in then. On helvena and on earthan. In heaven and on earth. 9. F and S have the breath sounds f or s and the voice sounds v or z according to the same rules. Thus they have the breath sound in sefeond, the enemy, sechlaf, the loaf or the bread, swawis, so wise, and when doubled, as in lassa, less. The voice sound in helvon, heaven, sewisa laudeo, the wise teacher. He rast on hine, he rushed on him. 10. R and W must be pronounced clearly wherever they are written. Her, here. That word, the word. Se wretcha, the exile. That treo, the tree. End of Pronunciation from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Reading by J.R. Omihen.
Bethissum Middanjerde from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Bethissum Middanjerde, Bethare Sunnan. Section 1. Seo sunne gath betweonan helvone and erdan. On dai buvan erdan, and on nicht underthisse erdan. Avre hel bith irnende thas erdan, and elswa leochte skynth underthare erdan on nicht, swa hel on dai deth, buvan havdum. Section 2. On tha helveth the hel skynth, thar bith dai, and on tha helveth the hel neskynth, thar bith nicht. Section 3. We hatath anne dai, from sunnan uppgange oth aven, from thare sunnan uppgange oth that hel eft bekumme thar hel uppstag, on tham fake sind je telde 24 tida. Section 4. Seo sunne is swede Michael, elswa brad hel is, dass de beek sedjath, swa al erdan umhurft. Ak hel thynkt us swede lytelu, for tham de hel is swede fer fram jesichtum. Section 5. Se mona and alle steran on foth leocht of thare Michlan sunnan. Bethare nichte. Section 6. Nicht is jeset, mannum toreste, on thissum middanjerde. Fachte hit wunderlich dünke, nis nicht nahen thing, butan thare erdan skado, betwernan thare sunnan, and man kynne. Betham monan. Section 7. Daiwam like, thas monan leocht, bith waxende and waniende. Simle he went his ridge to thare sunnan. Betham jare. Section 8. On tham jare sint je telde 12 månthas, and 52 wukena, 300 daga and 65 daga, and thar to akan 6 tida. Bereine. Section 9. reinas kumath of thare lyfte. Seo lyft a ticht thonewatan of alre erdan, and of thare sa, and ye gaderath toscurum, and thonne hel mare a beran nemai, thonne filth hit of dune. Section 10. Hagel cumth of tham reindropum, thonne he beoth je frorene uppe on thare lyfte, and swa sona fallath, swa sum skjop be him jiddode. Hagel byth hwi tost corna, whirft hit of helvenes lyfte, welkath hit windes skuras, wirth hit to wateres sithan. Be thare lyfte. Section 11. Theos lyft thewe on libbath is an thara fewer je shafta. Nis nan thing the nabbe tha fewer je shafte him mid. That is lyft, and fyr, and erde, and water. Section 12. Lyft is swide finne. Sel overgath alne middanjerd, and up aastigh o thonemonan. On thare fleogath furlas, swa fiskas swimmath on watere. Ne michte hiranan fleogan, nare seo lyft the he birth. Seo lyft a birth al wolknu and alle stormas. Section 13. Seo lyft thonne hel a styred is, with wind. End of Be Thissum Middanjerde, from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon, by Henry Sweet. Read by Rachel Klippenstein.
Be manna kraftum, from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon, by Henry Sweet. Recorded for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 2. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Be manna kraftum. Which de kraft kans thu? Ich eo munuk. Wat kunnon thos thine je feran? Sume sint earthlingas, sume schaperdas, sume hriðeridas, sume hundan, sume fischeras, sume fugleras, sume chipemen, sume sjówurktan, sume salteras, sume bakeras. Say earthling. What says thou, earthling? Who begas thou thine kraft? Law leof, tharle ich swinke. Alche daie, ich shall on daired utgaan. Thonne shall ich tha oxan to felda drivan, to thare sulch jokjan. Nis nan winter swa sterk, that ich dure at ham lutjan. Ne daar ich vermine slavordes eie. Ac thonne ich tha oxan je jagot habe, and that shar and thonne kulter on thare sulch je fastnod habe, thonne shall ich funne aker erian othe mare. Hast du eine je feran? Gise, ich habe knappan. Se shall tha oxan mit gade thien. Se is nu has for chile and rame. What mare deis thu? Hast du jit mare to donne? Gise leof, Michel ich habe to donne. Ich shall thora oxana binne, mit hie a fulan, and hie waterian, and hie stal firmian. Allah, that is Michel je derf. Gise leof, hit is Michel je derf, for thamthe ich neum freo. Se schauperde. What says thou, schauperde? Hast du einen je derf? Gise leof, ich habe Michel je derf. On Arnemergen, ich drive min sjaup tolaswe. Síðan standa ich over he mit hundum, du laste wolfas he verswelgen. Thonne und aven ich lade he und jaun to hierologum. Ich he melketua und daie. Ich magie budran an chise. And ich eon minum slavorde je trewe. Se rieder hierde. La rieder hierde. Wat deest tu? La leof, ich swinke tharle. Thonne, se earthling tha oxan on jelgath. Thonne lade ich he to laswe. And alle nicht ich stande over he. Wakkende vertheovum, en thassen morgende, ich he betaagtje, eft tham earthlinge, wel je vulde en je waterode. Segunda. Is this man an of thinum je ferum? Gise. Kanst du anything? An de kraft ich kan. Volgens de kraft kanst du. Ich hunda. Was hunda out thu. Ich thas kuninges hunda. Hoe begast thu thine kraft? Ich breide mij net, en afzette he on je habre stowe. Thonne duchte ich mine hundas, dat he thara weldere ichten, of dat he on unjarwe on tha net bekommen. Thonne he thos je lacht sint. Thonne komme ich to, en he on tham netum of slauw. Nee kanst du boetan netum hundean? Gise, ich kan boetan netum hundean. Hoe? Ich fotha wheeldeur mit swiftum hundum. Welch wheeldeur je fixt du swidost? Ich je fo herodas, and ran, and baras, and wheelum haran. Waar thu to dai an hundode? Nese, for tham hittes sunandai, als distrandai ich was on hundode. Wat je finge thu? Ich je fing tweeën herodas and an bar. Hoe je finge thu he? Tha herodas on netum ich je fing, en thone bar ich of stigode. Hoe waren thu swa je durstig dat thu bar of stigodest? Tha hundas hine bedrijf on tome, and ich daar vast liedje on jaun stod, and hine verliedje mit spero of stikode. Swede je durstig waren thu tha. Nee shall hunda vrucht mold beel, vertham missenlijke weeldeur huniath on wudum. Wat deest thu thine hundoth? Ich selle tham kuninge swa wat swaitje fo, vertham ich his hunda. Wat zelf he the? He schroot me well and fit, and wheelum he me herself o the bag, that ich thu journor mine kraft bega. Se fischere. Which de kraft kanst du? Ich fischere. Wat begitst du of thinum krafte? Bi leo van ich me begite, and schroot, and fail. Hoe je feest o tha fischas? Ich ga on mine bad, and roe out on tha aar, and werpe mi net on tha aar. Filum, ich werpe angel out mit aze, o tha spurtan, and swa wat swa he je haftath ich nime. Wat deest du gif hit kleine fischas beoth? Ich werpe tha kleinen out, and nimme tha klanan meto mette. Waar chips tu thine fischas? On thane chastre. Waar bukt he? Tha chaster ware. Nee mai ich schira swa fel je phone swa ich sellan meie. Welche fischas je fichst tu? Alas, and hakodas, and sheotan, and alle otre fischas the on tham aum swimath. Verhu ne fischas tu on sa. Wheelum ich doswa ac seldom, for tham hitis me mitchell rewit to tharasa. Wat je fichst tu on tharasa? Haring us, an laagsos, an studian, an lopestran, an graban, an vele andere visje. Wil thu wel foon? Niet. Voor hu? Voor tham micho pleoch is dat man wel je vol. Laatste pleoch mee bij dat iets to thara au ga met minum bate thonne iets met manigum shipum on wel hun tot fare. Voor hu zwaar? Voor tham mees levere dat iets visje voor the iets of slaan mij thonne iets visje voor the nalos dat aan mijzelf ne ook zweltje mine je veran met aan omsleier percentje aan mij other of slaan. An thou meine je voorwalas, an thou vreedjesnessum at berstath, an mitjelne shout thanon begidath. So thu seist, ac iets ne daur vermines mode slauthwe. Se fuglere. Wat seest thu fuglere? Hoe beswiekst thu tha fuglas? Iets he on meine feilde wies an beswieke. Filum mit netum, filum mit grinum, filum mit trapum, filum mit lime, filum mit wistlunge, filum mit havoke. Hast du havokas? Gize. Kannst du temian havokas? Gize ich kan. Hu sheldon he me nutte beo, butan ich he temian gude. Sele me havok. Ich thesele lustliche, gif thu me swel swifne hund. Which ne havok wilt thu haban, thone maran whether the thone lassan. Sele me thone maran. Hu afet thu thine havokas. He self afedath on wintra je auk swelche me, and on lechtene ich he latet ho woeda at fleogan. And each me nime bridas an harvest an he je temi je. For hu laatst thu tha je temi dan havokas the at fleoran. For tham ich nulle he on sumera fedan. For tham the he therle edath. Ac manje fedath tha je temi dan over sumor. That he if jarwe hebben. Gize he doth swa. Ac ich nulle on swelchum je swinke met him beo. For tham ich kan otre je foon, nales anne, ac manje. Se mangere. Wat sees du mangere? Ich sege dat ich eom swide, nut tham kuninge, and tham eldermannum, and tham willigum, and eilum volke. Hoe? Ich stige on min schip mit minum plastum, and fare over sa, and selle mit thing, and budget der weerthul thing the on thisum lande a kennet ne beoth, and ich hit lade to hider over sa mit mitslum pleo, and filum ich thulie verliedenisse, swath that my losiath al min thing, and itself on al the cuckoo at berste. Which thing laats those hider over sa? Palos, Selok, Seldkoth, Ralph, Wurtjemang, Wien, Ele, Elpenbaan, Terworth, Jimas, Gold, Tin, Mastling, Or, Selvor, Glas, and vele andere dingen. Wordt thul thing hier on lande sellon, with tham ilkan, where the thu hier thar ute mid geboogstest. Niets, wat fremde me thonne min je derf. Ak ich wille he with maran where the hier salon, thonne ich he thar mid geboogte, dat ich meie me sum je streon bijitan, the ich me mid afed an meie, and min wief an mi baarn. Se sjåwerkta. Thu sjåwerkta. Wat werkst du us to nutte? Min kraft is eil sweden nut and sweden need behave. Ich budge huda and fel. And hier jarkie mit minum krafte. And wurste thar of misten leeches kunnis je sju. Lederhosa, thwangas, irado, flashan and fatelsauce. an nei mei ewer nan overwinterwunian butan minum crafti. Se saltere. Al la thu saltere, what frameth us thing craft? Min craft frameth eo album tharle. Ne mei ewer non flash met de brugan butan minum crafti. Welch man mei sweet met de brugan butan selte swakke. Wa je vult his kleovan an hedan butan minum crafti. Eor woor butere al eo losath, and eor chise butanich he mit minum crafti gehalde. Ni je ne magun forthom eoera wurte brukan butan me. Se bakkere. What says thou bakkere? Wham frame thinkcraft? Where there maien we butam the ura lief a dreogan. To file je magun ewerlief a dreogan butan minum crafti, ac na lang neto wel, for tham butan minum crafti, als speeld beeth a mete je thucht, and butan slave als mete beeth to latan je wurgfid. Ich je strange je man a heurtan, ich eom wermeien, je furthum tha lutlingas nu lath me verfolian. Se kok. Wat said je we be tham koke? Whether we his crafties to a wichte bethurfon. Gift je me of euron je verschipe ut a drivath. Je etath eure wurta grene, and eure flash metas hrawe. Ne maron je furthum fat broth habban, buta minum crafte. Ne retje we be thinum crafte. Nis heus no nud behave. For tham we mag onszelf seildan, tha thing the to seildan sint, and bradon tha thing the to bradon sint. Gift je me ut a drivath, and thus doth. Thone beo je aula theoas, and non ewer ne bith lavord. And tha wathre je ni magon etan butan minum crafti. Tha otra wuchtan. Alla munuk, each je sail the haben gode je feran, and sweden ute. Hast du otre alchim? Each habe isensmidas, goldsmidas, silversmidas, dreeuwerkstan, and manie otre. Hast du wiesne je thachtere? Je wislietje each habe. Hoe mij ure je verschippe bijon je wisselt butan je thachtere. La thu wisa je thachtere. Wat seest du? Wat thisa krafta is the firmes je thucht. Each the sedje, godes theodom is me firmes je thucht betweox thisum kraftum, zoals wel Christ on his godspelle kwath, firmus sejas godes riche. And thus thing al eo beoth togiegid. And welch word craft is the firmus je thucht? Earthtilth. For tham se earthling fet us alle. Se Smith saith, Van haf se earthling shar othar kulter, othar fordum gade, butam of minum crafte. Van haf se fishere angel, othar se showerchte owl, of the se samere nadle butan of minum je werke. Se je thachtere answarath. So thu seest, ac us aulum leofre is mid tham earthlinge to weekjanne thone mid the. For tham se earthling self was slaaf and drunche. Ac thu, wat selfs thus on thinre smithan butan isene sperkan, and bautendra sledja, sway and blauwendra bulia. Se treeuwergta saith, Welch eeuwer ne notath minus craftis, thone ich eo alum hus wurche on shipo and mistenli kufatu. Se Smith answarath, La treeuwergta, for hus breach thu swa, thone furthum on thura thu ne mishton buta minum crafte. Se je theachtere saith, la je feran gode wurchtan, utan radlice je seman thas je flitu, and se sieb, and je thwarnes betweegseo, and fremme alch otrem on his krafte. And utan werthian thonne earthling, of tham we begitath self beleovan, and fodor urum horsum, and each je lare aulum ruchtum this nerad. That andra je welch his kraft jornice bega. For tham sethe his kraft verlaat. Se bit fram tham krafte verlaten. Swa whit swa thu se, swa masse preust, swa munuk, swa cherl, swa kempa, bega jernice thine kraft. And beo that thu erd. For tham hites Mitchell dem, and Mitchell shand, gif man nule beon that he is, and that he beon shall. Se munuk. Large child, who ligath theo sprak. Wel heo us ligath, ac therle deo plice thu sprichs, and over ure math. Ac spreek with us after urum angite. That way my understanden the thing they thu sprichs. Each osie eo for who lernie je swa jernice. For tham we nulath beum swas was stood nitinu. The non thing nuton butan gars and water. What wile je thonne beum? We wilath wiese beum. On welchum wisdome, wile je lutie beum and faken fule, wel sprekende and overthinkende, swa burgers, the is without an fire and within an fool. We nulath swa beum wiese, for tham se ni sna wies sethe hine selfne mid ligetunge beswiegth. Hoe wile je beum wiese? We wilath bilewite beum botan ligetunge, and wiese that we mayen uvel verbogan and go doon. Thar hwathre jit thu sprichst with us deoblikur thonne ure ildor a beron maye. Ac sprek with us after urum jewunan, na snor deoblice. Each wille doon al swal je bidath. Thu knappa, wat doest thu todai? Mani thing ich dude. On thisse nicht, thought ich thone knulge hurde, thought aras each of minum bidde, and to chirijaneode, and sang uch sang mit tham je brothrum. After, tham we sungon be aulum halgum and lofsangers. After thisum prim, we sungon on seven salmas, mit litanian and capital masson, and sithan under deed and thus dies masson. After thisum, we sungon midday, and aton, and drunkon, and slepon, and eft we orison, and so non. And nu we sind hier beforan de. Jarwe, to je heranne wat thu o sejan wilt. Fonne wille je afensang singan othanichsang. Thonne hit tima bith. Where thu beswungan todai? Neze, for tham ich me waarliche held. And hoe thine je fedan? Wat a chans do me betham? Nee, daar ich the ora digitalness te upan. Ore je welch wat jif he beswungen was othe na. Wat iets tho? Wurta, and agro, and fish, and chizzy, and butteran, and bauna, and al klano thing ich ete mit michelre thankunge. Ne bruke ich jet flashmente, for tham ich child under jerde druchtiende. Swede gifre out tho, thonne tho al thing itst, the beforan je sit sind. Neom ich swam ich swilgere, than ich meie aure kunne, metas an anomale etan. Filum ich bruke anes kunnis metis, filum otres, for tham ich neom na swilgere. Wat drinkst tho? ich trinke aulo, gif ich it hadbe. Othe, water, gif ich aulo nadbe. Ni drinkst du wien? Neom ich swas spady, that ich maia me wien bujan. And wien is na childa drunche ni dusira, ac aldra and wistra. Waar slapst du? On tham slaperne mit tham je brothro. Waar a witcht the to uchsange. Whilum ich je hure thone knul, and a riese. Whilum min lareo a witcht me stithlige mit gjerde. And no, je child, ich eo mania, that je tham godkundum larum je hersumin, and je risenliche je baren on outsrestoe. Thone je je hirath, thara chirijan bellan, ga thou liche to je bidde, and bugath alth modliche o tham halgum weelvodum, and standoth je risenliche, and singath on modliche, and je bidath for erum signum, and gath ut bodan husliste to claustre, othe to lernunge. End of Bemanna Craftum from First Steps in Anglo-Saxon by Henry Sweet.